night.
All right, Bob, let's talk about what Jerry Jones is not doing, because this set off alarms from Cowboy insiders, yourself. I started texting some people about it saying, do you know anything? Why is Jerry Jones acting like this for the first time ever?
Yeah, he didn't talk. And it wasn't just not talking, like doing the
Because what usually
bus.
happens.
He usually goes on the bus one of those days and sits there for 90 minutes talking to the local media. So Friday he was supposed to talk, and they never really had a time solidified, and it kept getting kind of pushed off, and then we heard the buzz around 3-4 in the afternoon on Friday that, hey, this is just, he's not going to talk today. Maybe tomorrow, but probably not. He's just not going to talk today. And everybody's just kind of confused by it, and we were told schedule's just super busy, super loaded. Well, I know a couple of the beat reporters hung around the hotel and were like, he'll talk. He'll talk. Like, even if he's not on the bus, we'll find him, he'll talk. So 6 hours at the hotel for a number of them, and never came through. And it was like, okay, all right, I guess we're breaking up for the evening. And then the next day, a couple others had waited around for 2-3 hours, saw him. John Machota had tweeted about, saw him, asked him if he was going to talk or if they could get a couple minutes. They got access to him, and he still said, nope, I'll talk back in Dallas. I'll talk later.
I'll get somebody else to ask these questions.
Like, talk later, like here? Like, you're going to talk later this afternoon? Nope, back in Dallas. Just too busy, guys. It's like, it set off alarms for some people of just like, this is weird. I don't know what it means, but this is weird that he wouldn't even give you one answer to something while he's walking. And so, I don't know. It says to me one of two things. One, there's something stirring. They've got something going on, or they are just taking more seriously this time around. I don't know why. Maybe because fresh coach or whatever. They're just taking more seriously this time around. Hey, let's just focus on the schedule and let's not blow things up. Let's not have a beer on the bus with Shan and RJ and delay our dinner meeting. Let's just let's stay on schedule.
So you get in trouble for not talking?
No.
I thought they had to. I thought every GM had to make themselves available.
No, so basically what it is, they want you to be able to have access and do different things like that. If he's telling the local media, I'm still going to make it up and I'm going to talk to you in Dallas, then they'll count that.
What do you make of it?
Well, I mean, history shows
highly unusual.
Yeah, history shows that when he doesn't speak, when he cancels an interview with us on a Tuesday or somewhere else,
KNC Friday.
Yeah, that's
rest in peace, M.
That means that some
gotcha.
That generally means that something's like they're working on something. Now, there may not be anything that happens, right? Nothing may happen. They may have been working on Deebo. You know what I mean? Like, they may have been working on something. Doesn't mean anything is going to happen. But it generally, Bobby's right, generally means that something's afoot.
What's your history show when you looked it up?
I mean, the one that stood out to me, the moment where I was like, this has happened before, I feel like. I remember it happened. He had done something similar where he canceled a hit here on the station.
Working on Deebo. That still has me chuckling.
And
I'll get to that in a second.
And he had blown off. He had blown off talking to the media after a Washington game in 2018, and then he canceled his appearance here. The next day, they traded for Amari Cooper. And when you guys got him back on, he said, from the standpoint of visiting with the media, frankly, I had this trade on my mind. I had several things on my mind, and I didn't want to air it all out and about. And so the best way not to, I can't keep a secret. The best way is, the bottom line is, I thought it just best to move on. So he says that essentially he can't keep secrets, and so he knew he would just spew it if he sat there and talked for long enough. So that's usually a good reason to play interference, keep him away, or to say, hey, just stay on things because we don't need to air all this out while we're trying to finish this up. Or just they're staying on task.
So the fun possibility takes us back to Mike Florio sitting down with us at the Combine saying someone told him that the Cowboys had talked to the Titans about moving up to the number one pick. That would be something big enough to not talk to the media and dodge them. Now, Mike did not take that report seriously enough to write it himself.
Right.
He just decided to talk to us about it on the home of the Dallas Cowboys Top 5 Market. I think what would actually excite fans the most is if they felt like the Cowboys were just taking things more seriously. Now, what are the chances and the possibilities of that? But I got a lot of Tolos saying, hey, maybe they're treating it like a draft and homework versus a TV show. So there's, I think, the fun possibility and there's the hopeful possibility. That's where we've gotten with the Dallas Cowboys. Fans are more hopeful, not that you get the number one pick, but that your organization and front office and leadership takes things more serious. I think that is the more desired option amongst the two.
Yeah. Look, I mean, they've drafted pretty well over the last 10 or 15 years. They seem to take the draft seriously enough. It's just everything else they don't take seriously, like free agency and spring, compared to spring break and when that actually might be. We'll see. We'll see what they wind up doing. But yeah, look, I don't think this is a significant, signifying that they're taking it more seriously. I think they truly are, like they were working on something, and it may not have actually, worked out for them. Maybe it still is in the cards.
It has to be one of the two, though. Like I'm seeing some fans trying to shut this down as like, they're not going to make a move, and they would never take things serious. It's like, guys, it's got to be one of the two. Literally, for a team that wants to be out in front and things like that, those are literally the only two options. There's no other reason to say I'm not talking here other than I'm trying to hide a secret, or they're busy enough that they're prioritizing something else over that.
Because my first thought was, dangerous topic. He doesn't want to step in anything, but we already got through the Schottenheimer stuff. Yeah. We already got past that. You don't have to get grilled. You don't have to answer all those questions. There's no type of new scandal taking place. Someone who did make a move was the Washington Commanders as they give up a 5th-round pick for Deebo Samuel. So we had seen John Lynch out there with Jay Glazer. Apparently John Lynch was catching up with other people out and about. Well, they make a move in the NFC East, and the Commanders get Deebo. Now, my reaction to that was, oh my gosh, only a 5th? Well, the Cowboy diehards hit me back swiftly and quickly saying, well, yeah, of course. Well, I got 2 reactions. Number one,
two reactions.
Of course. Number one, of course, it's only a 5th. He's done. He's washed up. He's injured, and they're gonna have to pay him $21 million. I think it's gonna end up being $17 million. We'll get to that a little bit later on. That was one reaction. Cowboy fans saying, "Whoop-de-freaking-do. Who cares? Deebo's done." The other reaction was the Mingo comparison.
The Mingo deal. They look terrible with this move the Cowboys do. They traded a 4th for Mingo. They traded a 4th for Trey Lance. Neither of them gave a damn thing. And they also only got a 5th for Amari. So they're like on the wrong side of this deal from every facet. They're on the wrong side of this deal. From Washington's perspective, though, this is exactly what you can do when you have the cheat code, which is a rookie quarterback. A rookie deal quarterback.
They went in with the 3rd most cap space to spend.
Right. When you don't have $60 million on a quarterback, you could take risks like this. You could just throw everything at the wall, and it's what you should do. And the Cowboys missed their window with Dak because they did still have Romo on the books that first year. When Dak had his rookie year, they weren't expecting it to be Dak's team. It was Romo's team. So they were still paying $20-something million for Romo, which at the time was high. And then the following year, they had they had some void years at the back end. So they missed the boat on the rookie deal.
I think it's weird that, you talk about the value of, he's breaking down, he's doing different things like that. Houston was the team everybody thought he was going to. And then for the report to come out yesterday that Houston didn't feel like they could ever get comfortable with the compensation. It's like, you made the play. That's a back end of the 5th, and you don't think Deebo Samuel's worth that?
Yeah.
That at least says there's a bunch of teams around the league right now who think he's breaking down and that he's not going to be the same player. I heard one person floated over the weekend. They were like, Deebo might need to, at this point, look at transitioning to being a running back. Like, that might need to be his career. And if that's the case, are you wanting to pay all that money for a running back?